Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm great, thanks for asking. Actually, I have been trying to call you for last
Ah,
6 minutes, but I didn't know what was the problem.
I wasn't receiving your calls actually. I thought one time I saw you calling, I connected, and then it said you
Mhm.
left the classroom. And then I thought that's
Ah,
strange. And then I
right.
wrote and then I you weren't replying and I thought but he was just online calling me and he's not answering now. He has to be online. I thought maybe there was a problem with Cambly.
Yeah, right, right.
Can be. But your name's Sultan, is that right?
Yes, my name is Sultan, and I'm originally from Pakistan, but I live in Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
Yes, and it has been almost 3 years since I came to Saudi Arabia.
How are you finding it?
Yeah, it's cool. It's peaceful, safe, good living. I like being here.
I heard it's a really safe
Yes,
relaxed country. Do you live in Riyadh?
I live in Al Khubar
Oh, I
in the
don't know this place.
eastern province, and we border with Bahrain.
Ah, you're very close to Riyadh, I think, then. This
Uh,
area is.
I'm close to Bahrain.
Uh-huh.
Riyadh is almost 5 hours drive from here. However, in half an hour you can reach to Bahrain.
I think I always make the mistake of looking at the map of Saudi Arabia and thinking everything is closer, but it's a huge country, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
right. So, what's your name and where are you from?
So my name is Maz. I'm
Maz.
yeah,
Mhm.
I'm originally from Ireland. I
Okay.
grew up in England and Scotland,
Mhm.
and I currently live in Sri Lanka.
Wow. Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So, first of all, nice to meet you, Maz.
Nice to meet you too.
So, what made you move to Sri Lanka?
Mm, I was traveling around the world for a couple of years.
Hmm.
My plan was to go for just 1 year and then go
Hmm.
back to life before.
Hmm.
But this 1 year showed me a different way of life, and I decided to quit the corporate life and to focus more on charity work. I'd visited Sri Lanka along the way and I liked the country and I was looking at a few countries where I could maybe start working for a charity and I got an opportunity and I came here. And that was 4 years ago.
Okay, that sounds great.
Yeah.
And
What brought you to Saudi?
I'm here for work,
Hmm.
and I'm a teacher here. I teach English, and I practice my English on Cambly.
That's nice. I think it's always good when teachers are always learning. I think we have to.
Yes, and especially non-native speakers, it's mandatory to keep practicing English because we might forget everything.
You can pick up habits, I think.
Mhm.
I sometimes struggle here because I teach English voluntarily, but I spend time also learning the local language. But
Mhm.
here they speak really broken English. So if I come from a local conversation to Cambly, it sometimes takes me a little while to speak normal, and I think, oh, I'm
Mhm.
teaching really bad English right now. Like,
Right, right, right. So, what is the local language of Sri Lanka?
there is a couple languages, but the main language is Sinhala.
Sinhala.
Yeah, it's native. Sinhala. Sinhala.
Sinhala. Okay. By the way, which part of Sri Lanka are you
I
living?
normally live in the south, but I'm here in the middle on the mountains for a few months, and I often move. One of my hobbies is surfing,
Mm-hmm.
and the season and the waves are changing from south to east. So
Mm-hmm.
I often spend, I don't know, maybe like 6, 8 months in the south and then time in the east, or I come to the
Right.
mountains.
Okay. Great. So,
Hmm.
have you learned this local language, Sinhala?
I'm learning it, but I'm a very slow learner. I
Mm-hmm.
can't learn the written language. This is really hard, but I'm trying to learn the spoken language.
Ah, great, great. So,
Mm.
you mentioned that you were born in Ireland, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So, what is the national language of Ireland? Is it English?
It is now, yes. Traditionally, we were Gaelic speakers,
Uh,
but
what
Gaelic.
is?
Gaelic is how would I describe? Gaelic's almost got like a Latin kind of
Mhm.
sounds. So you have Gaelic, Scottish speak Gaelic, Irish
Mhm.
speak Gaelic, and the Welsh have a form of Gaelic too.
Mhm.
It sounds nothing like it's written. It's quite a complicated language.
Right.
Um, the British came to our land and forced the English British way onto our people.
Okay.
So we all had to start speaking English long time ago.
Mhm.
But we have kept the language alive and we learn the
Right.
language at school. And some of the older generation will still try to speak Irish mostly. And we have Irish signs still on the roads, for example, in some
Mhm.
locations.
Ah, okay. Interesting. So,
Mm.
the people who live in Ireland, they actually follow the British English.
Yes, Irish, British.
Okay,
Irish have developed their own English.
I see. Interesting. So, how many languages can you speak?
Um, well, I would say fluently English
Mhm.
most of the time, and a learner of Sinhala, and I would say conversational level Spanish. I'm not as good anymore with Spanish.
And what about Gaelic?
Gaelic, because I'm from the north of Ireland and we had a
Mm-hmm.
civil war.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was young, my mom made the decision to take us out of Ireland because it was not an easy place to live.
Right.
Um, so I didn't finish my education at school. We were learning Irish, but I then finished my education in England. So I know a couple words of Irish. That's it.
Hmm. Okay.
Sadly.
Right. 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 I see.
What
That's
about
good.
Pakistan? What's your native language?
Our native language is Urdu.
This is what I thought. Because they speak that in parts of India too, right?
Yes. They call it Hindi.
I thought there's
Yes,
two
Urdu.
languages. They have Urdu and Hindi as the two main languages in India, no? And like
Uh,
300 languages, but
but they have a lot of languages. You are right. They have
yeah.
different regional languages.
But I heard Urdu was one of the major languages.
I think so. I'm not sure about it. But in Pakistan, it is a major one.
Is the only one, or you have local ones too?
We have other languages as well, like Pashtun, Punjabi, Suraiki,
Oh, you got the Punjabs,
according
yeah.
to the areas. Yes.
I've
So,
had,
mhm.
sorry.
Go ahead, please.
Every time I meet a Punjabi, I just walk away happier. I've only ever had the most lovely experience from Punjabis.
Ah, right, right.
They have a lot
But
of
I'm,
really good energy.
but I'm not a Punjabi.
I know, but I'm sure you've probably met a few, have you?
Yes,
Do you feel that they've got this like lovely energy? They're just really friendly.
yes, and very talkative as well.
I sat next to
This is
Punjabi on my way to India for 9 hours.
ah,
I didn't get
okay.
to watch a single movie on the plane.
I see. Right, right. So, like, do you have any plans to go back to Ireland?
No, I I will go back to visit at some point. It's been a few years, but no, I like traveling around the planet.
I see. Interesting. And how is the situation over there in Sri Lanka regarding COVID-19?
We have it, obviously. Um, we're a population of around 23 million. We're getting around 700 cases a day. So they have reluctantly opened the borders, I
Mm-hmm.
think, and tried to kickstart the economy again.
Right.
So we have tourists coming in. We had about 8,000 tourists last week, and
Mm.
they can come in as long as they've had two vaccines 2 weeks
Oh,
before leaving,
mhm.
and they take a negative PCR test before taking the flight. Then they can
Right.
arrive into Sri Lanka and directly start their holiday.
I
No,
see.
no test, no nothing. Just get in a taxi and go.
I see. And those people who are living in Sri Lanka, are there lockdowns for them? They can go outside or not?
We can go outside again. They had, I think, I don't know if they still have it, inter-province travel bans, so people couldn't move outside of their areas. I think
Hmm.
they've lifted that now.
Right. And do you wear mask when you go outside?
Yes. So everyone has to wear a mask
Is it
all the
mandatory?
time. Yes.
And what about the vaccination? Are you done with your vaccination?
I'm not vaccinated. They have, according to the reports, 70% of the country has been vaccinated.
Great.
Many of the young people are not vaccinating, and they are now doing third boosters. They're talking about forcing it onto the people, making it
Mhm.
mandatory.
Ah,
But let's see. I think in Saudi it's mandatory, right? You have
yes,
to.
it is. Yes.
So you've been vaccinated.
Yes, I have completed my two doses. Now we are waiting for the last dose, which is booster. Yes.
Yeah. I think that we also have been given the tablet that America has invented. That
Really?
you, yeah, we have three types of tablets that have been approved for treatment if you get COVID in Sri Lanka. I think we are the guinea pigs, if you know that expression. America invented it, the Sri Lankans will try it.
Ah, okay, interesting.
Yeah,
Right, right,
I think the whole world is guinea pigs at the moment. What to do?
right, right. So I can see the time is near to end. It was lovely talking to you. Have a nice day.
You
Thank
have
you.
a really nice speaking voice. I think great for the students.
Thank you so much. Okay.
Really clear.
Thanks a lot. Okay.
Have a
Bye.
good
Take care.
time. Bye. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.